All right, so now we're back and we had some internet connection issues, but we're finally back. And today we're going to be playing with a new pack, Businesses and Hobbies, and we're also going to be incorporating a little bit of vampires. And what I'm doing is I'm reusing a business, I mean, a world of Magnolia and some of the lots that I previously made for this pack. So because I want to play with vampires, I was thinking that it was a good idea for me to use kind of like the scene of New Orleans. So I've been there for Halloween, and they do have a lot of
Made
like
for
that
this
lore
pack.
for vampires. Hi, welcome to the chat. Welcome, welcome. So they do have that lore of like the vampires and things like that. So here we have our St. Louis church that is located in New Orleans. So if you Google that, you probably will find this. And of course, on this side, we have multiple lots. So it's just one lot, but we have multiple builds. So what I did previously is that I have, for example, I have a bar on here. I have a jazz with 2 floors. This is a house. This is another house. This is a vampire, the original's house. And we also have a 3 floor story house as well. And we have a small gym. So there's also a backyard that they do share. So you can see that the alleys kind of connect, and it's perfect because even though they're very small, you can actually access the backyard through here. And now that you guys can see what my idea is, I'm trying to make this scene to be looking a lot like New Orleans. So we're just gonna replace some of the slots. So right now I just have to work with this too. I'm just gonna go ahead and switch over to those slots and switch it up. And then after that, we're gonna start creating our new business. So here I had a cemetery slash library. And mind you, this was before we ever had like the life after death pack. So the cemetery was very like improvised. And now I know there's a pack for that we can have cemeteries, but unfortunately I don't have the pack yet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place the regular lot with the kind of custom made cemetery in the back. So I'm gonna place it as a library, and this should be good to go. And we're probably gonna flip it so it looks like this on this side, and we have the cemetery on this side. Mind you, this was back when we didn't have the cemeteries. So my first thought when I did this was that I kind of wanted the library to face this way instead. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and flip the house. For example, I'm gonna go ahead and flip it like this. Hopefully we're not losing the flowers. Okay, that's good, that's good. All right, so now that it's this way, we can keep the cemetery to the back side. And here you can see we have a full library with a second floor and some computers to work and like some tables to study. And then on the first floor, you kind of have like a lot of the story with New Orleans and the magic and, story and studies and books to sell and things like that. And now we are going to be working on this lot. So let's move on to the next. There's only 4 lots available in this world. It's very small. It's not meant to be like, a lot of things. But what I do like is that since it's small, you can be creative and create whatever you want. So let's see. And now that we're here, so I do have two options. So I do have a pre-made cafe already that I use for this world. And I'm just gonna show you how it looks before I just change it up because we might want to use this lot for the vampires cafe that I wanna do. Well, probably like a bar type of. All right, let me see. So this is part one, part two, New Orleans. Let's see where the cafe is at. I actually forgot what I name it. And I don't know if we're able to find it. But if we don't find it here, it's perfect because this will be the lot that I will be working on to make it for the vampires and for the business. So I don't see it right now. Or maybe they didn't save it. I know it's in another save file where I do have this cafe, but I don't have it here, and that's okay. That's fine. Actually, let me do a one more time check on my library because I know sometimes I don't really put all the lots that I do in the gallery, so maybe it could be somewhere over here. Let's see. I wonder, did I missed it? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I feel like I don't see it at all. Yeah, I don't see it. All right, so that's fine. So this, we're gonna go ahead and destroy. I feel like this light's a little big. I'm not gonna lie to you. So we're just gonna destroy that. And we're going to create, the idea here today is to recreate one of the bars and restaurants in New Orleans that are for vampires. And I know they're based on vampire blood, things like that. So they do have like this team. And I'm just gonna go ahead and find, so the Vampire Cafe, right? So the Vampire Cafe usually has like these blood bags, which is probably wine, but they do put it in a blood bag. And that is what I want to recreate for today. So I'm just gonna grab an inspo photo of the restaurant and we're going to rebuild. And let me see if I can just pull up that photo real quick and we can start building. But it should look something similar to this because this is New Orleans style houses. So we should be fine with that. And let me see. All right, so I do find a photo. And all we have to do right now is we're gonna go ahead and start building and I'll show you guys. So the house is in a corner and there's no grass. So we're just gonna put cement on the floor. So we're gonna make this whole thing regular. And the house business kind of restaurant is like in a corner, but what we can do to be a little different this time is that maybe we can have the place something like this. Okay. And then maybe we can do like a little room right here and we can do a second floor with a balcony. Let's see. We're gonna push this in just because since it's going to be a balcony, we want them to be able to cross from one place to another. This is still going to be part of the place. And then, let's see. I know New Orleans don't have basements. What's up, Jay? We're definitely doing vampires today. So we're going to do a vampire restaurant, and we're going to do like a little business on the side as well. I'm not gonna spoil the surprise, but you'll see. Okay, so then this is probably gonna be the door for the BAP, and we can just pull this like this. Let me see. Maybe we can make it bigger and just have it like that. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do some of the railing. Okay, where are they at? Trying to see what railings did I use for this. Maybe I should do this one. All right. I wonder if it's all white. Maybe I should do this one instead. Because I don't like that lighting in the back. Doesn't help. Maybe we should make this a little pull end and just have that. Like that. Okay. And let's just pull this one in as well. Alright, and then let's do the roof. So I'm gonna press down Alt to give this a sizing. And maybe we can do, let's see. Okay, so let me put this down. Let's see if maybe. Alright, I guess that's fine. Okay, so now let's try to find. That's a little too much. We can try to do this one maybe. No, let's do this one. Kind of want it to match with the town so it looks very similar to what we already have. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this dark ceiling. Let me see this one. Yeah, maybe that. And we need this black to make it match a little. All right. So for here, I might probably do this right here. Maybe make it look like a division. And then this could be a opened railing. Let me see. Do we have that in white? Yes, but no. That is not. Maybe something taller, like something like this. since now that's clipping, I'm gonna have to pull the roofing out, which is crazy. Okay, let me put some music so you guys can hear at least something. Let's see. We should do in-game music, I guess. Alright, so now that we have this kind of set, I'm gonna go ahead and put one more over here so everything is matching up. I hate when this clips like that. I wonder if I can just drag this one up, but then it's not tall enough for it. Thinking if we should even bother to put one back here. I don't know. I'm debating, but I'm gonna leave it like that just for now, and then we'll figure that out. But then I'm gonna move this just a tiny bit so it kind of looks more into the center. And then maybe like this. I feel like there's a little more space right there. That looks more symmetrical. Okay, and then so for this side, I'm just gonna do like a tall window. Let's do maybe 2 up so we can add some stairs right here. No. Hate when that happens. So I'm thinking if I put one table out on this side, would it make a difference? I don't know. Well, let's find out. Alright, so I'm just gonna do the flooring from the rooftop, and we can use wood. I feel like wood is very usable for those type of places. And some luck over here. Alright, and then for the main door, maybe we can use, I know they have a lot of the doors that look like New Orleans style, like this doors, like this one, and then they have this, and they have that one. So I kind of wanted to have a mix of 2 of them. So maybe something, I don't know, I don't feel like we don't have anything. Well, maybe, I don't know about this one. Because I don't want to do 2 doors, even though we have 3 entries like that. I feel like 1 main door is better. And then we can do like tickets, right? And then we can have 2 kiosks right here. Okay. And then I know restaurants has like check-in. Let me see. Is it check-in or host? I think it's host. We can put this like here, right? And pretend like they just stop in to talk to that guy or something like that. And then we can do menu. And we can put 2 menus right here. And then for the floor, I'm gonna change this gray because I'm not liking that gray. I feel like it's too dead. Alright, and then we're gonna do Let's see if I can find it by just typing umbrella. There it is. Okay, so maybe we should try something like this. I'm gonna pull it a little bit more in. And then let's try chair. And we need something traditional that goes with this table. So maybe something that has like metal. I don't even know if we even have that type of chair. Well, there it is. Let's see what colors he has. Hold on. I guess that goes okay. So I'm gonna put that there. And then I'm gonna move it just a tiny bit. Like this. Alright. Now, just so that I know where to put the windows, I'm gonna paint the walls first. And usually the paint in New Orleans are like this, kind of like wood painted, either big tiles or like small tiles. So I'm just gonna do something similar so that way everything looks cohesive in the town. So I'm just gonna go here to siding, and then we have this option. Let me see. Yeah, we have this one. We can do gray or we can do brown. We can try different colors and see how everything comes out. Because that one is red. And then you have a blue and cream, and we have a green, orange, yellow, and dark. But then I want to see what color should we do this one. We have this one already. What if we do something like this to mix it up in the ceiling, like the top, right? Okay. Now, let me put that down, scroll down to shelf, and then I guess we can just making sure that we have everything on each side. Alright, and I'm kind of decorating back and forth, but I just want to kind of put this here, and we can put this here. Okay. Okay, and then alright, so that's that. Now let's go to the windows. So windows usually have to be traditional. Open window with like the paneling that kind of opens, kind of like that, but old school. So let's see. I know we have a few of those. I know we have this one from the world maps from South Asia, but maybe we should try I feel like these windows are like so long for the bottom floor. Maybe if I try like something smaller. What do you guys think? Like, are they too big? I don't know. Or maybe something like this. Let me try this one though. Alright. Let me see where this is. So maybe we can put this up here. And then I'm trying to look for something similar to this, but without that sign, because that goes with a matching with doors. So I know that we can do 3 of this at the top, right? And then maybe we can do just 2 on this side and call it a day. Maybe we can do. I feel like that window is so. Let me see. I think this one fits better because it's smaller. Just gonna do 1 back here. And then move it right in the center. Let me see. This is just it's like one of the 2. I feel like there's too many different windows, so I'm gonna try to input this one instead, because those are too long and it looks weird. So I'm gonna put 3 of this like this. And just 2 like that. And then we're gonna put this in the back as well. Perfect. All right, and then what else? I think maybe we can put like a sign, like a graffiti on this wall or something. Like, not that. What is that? It's urban graffiti, but it doesn't look like urban graffiti at all. It's like it's different tinge. Maybe we can find. It looks weird. I'm trying to see if we can find something that fits this in a better way. Maybe this, but like very small, like in the corner. And then let's see, that's fine. Let's try some outdoor decor as well. Alright, so we need palm trees for this build, or just regular trees like this. I know we have one right there, but one more should be okay. I don't feel like there's a need for that. I know we need like, what's this? I feel like that doesn't go there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take that off. Alright, so we have this low kind of planting flowers that are really good for decoration. Maybe if I pull this more into the center, I can just twist this and put it right here. Alright, so we got that side. And then maybe we should do it for this side as well, so everything looks even. Okay. Alright, so we got that. I'm not sure about this, to be honest. I don't know if I want to leave that there. Maybe I can do something more like... Are we disconnecting again? We're having internet issues. I feel like we're... Can you guys hear me correctly? Can you guys hear me at all? Let me see. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna have to check the connection real quick. Okay, so if you guys can hear me, let me know in the comments. So I know if we're good or my internet is bugging out again. I don't know where we're having these issues, but here we are. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that. So if you guys can hear me, let me know in the comments. Right here, I kind of don't want it to look so chunky. It looks way too chunky. I wanted to do something more low. I know there's one that is very kind of on the floor compared to this one. Okay, so I'm gonna try and do some planting right here. Okay. Now let's do some painting on the inside. And for the inside, I'm thinking maybe we can do something complementary to this color. Maybe we should do like white or something like that. Obviously for this side, we do want to keep it on the same color from the outside. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that up. This over here, we wanna make it black because this is going to be a secret VIP area. And okay, so this one is clipping, so we're gonna move that there. That way it matches with this right here. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put some lighting. That way we can proceed to just like decorate a little bit better. And let's see, we can put, I'm gonna put random lights just because I kind of want to see the layout. And then I know there are secret doors, so I'm gonna go and just type secret and see what comes up. So we have this bookshelf that I think might work. But let me see. Where's that door that looks like a bookshelf? I just don't remember which bag that comes from. I know we have this one, but this one looks too like a house, like a house door, you know? Let's try maybe on the high side. Yeah, that's too bulky. For BAP, this is like way too big. Okay. You know what? Let's leave it like that, and maybe we can play around with like a chimney or something. Let's see. Maybe we can put like a chimney next to it, and that way it looks like it's just a bookshelf, but in reality it's more than that. And then we can also look without. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so let's make an entry on this side. We can use this one because at the end of the day we're making this for vampires, so I think if we use that one, it should be okay. And then let's do the floor. We're gonna do wood again. We're gonna do dark wood, and then up here we're gonna do black. So we're trying to find a black walls for sure. We can do this one. But this doesn't give that vibe of like, whoa. Like, why is it so dark in here? I don't know, I feel like that's too dark. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the present just to see. Maybe we can do this brown. This brown is okay. Alright, so we have different options here. Let's bring the board, and this way we can determine what this build will be. So for example, we're gonna select the new pack, and I know there's a, let's see, it's not coming out as a board, I don't know why, but we have, oh my god, where is it? Here, there we go, we found it. So much stuff, I don't even know. Okay, and then after that, we are going to place maybe this. I don't know if we're gonna use that, but for now, I'm gonna leave it there. And then we'll determine if we're gonna use it or not. And I think I want to use these stools and these high tables. Okay. Maybe we can have like a karaoke area right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a platform in this corner. Oops. See this big. Yeah, so switch and move and then up, and then we just can't just cover that, and then oops, I thought that actually deleted it. Why is it still here? Let me go all the way back. There you go. It's crazy how it chips this floor. Like, that's not supposed to happen. Can just do this, make it simple. I'm not trying to like waste time fixing that. So annoying. Okay. So we're gonna pull this up here. We can make this smaller. But then it won't look like a stage. So I'm gonna just leave it like that. And for the floor, we have wood, so we need to keep it similar. And maybe we can make this I know we can make this black, so I'm just gonna go ahead and select that. Let me see, I think it might be this one. There we go. Alright, so we did get a few different frames this time that also relates to jazz in-game or in like music. So I'm gonna try to use those, and they do change photos, so let me see if I can just swap it now. So we have this one, we also have this one, we have this, and we also have this. I feel this might go better on this side. And then maybe move this one here. And have this one, wait. No, there you go. Like that. And then this could be this. Okay, so then I know there's a piano. There's a brand new one. I don't know if I want to use this one because it doesn't look. Let me pull this frame up. It doesn't look that classy. But it looks old school, like jazz, you know? Like old school jazz or whatever. So I think that should be fine. I don't want to put this one because this is like a little too much. Even though since it's for vampires, it will make sense. So I'm just going to go ahead and maybe I should just swap it and just put it in black. Then I will have to take that off. And then maybe we can do this. And let's add some vampire decor on this side. Maybe we should do like, let's put this book right here. I wish this was darker. Let me see. You know, like something like this. So I know we do have frames from, let me just select vampires, and that way it's easier. I don't know why I'm like struggling today to find things. Alright, so then let's add some mark right here, and we should do Let's move it down a little bit. Should do that for that. I'll stay with the flowers. Wonder if this one changed photos as well. Okay, I don't want to like fill it up with just vampire stuff because I do want to make it fun by having other things around. And maybe we should put some of this. Because of the color of the frame, it kind of looks a little weird. I think I'm gonna change the color of the inside walls because I don't like this orange, how everything looks with it. So maybe, let's see. Something like that. I mean, they're vampires. They cannot be in the sun, you know? We don't want to make them disappear. What I'm gonna do with this, I'm just gonna multiply. I'm just gonna have one here and then switch this one. And just call it a day with that one. Okay. Alright, so I know we have, let me select both. Because I know we have two chandeliers. One is new, one is from the vampire pack. And I want to see which one I want to use. I feel like this one looks good, so I'm going to try give this one a try with a new pack. And we can change it black, and also we can select the colors. So we can do, if we want to do red, we can do red. Alright. So we have that, and then so I'm trying to see what else should I put in here. Maybe I should put like a floor lamp that is like dramatic or something. Make it red as well. And then let's do maybe like, what if we do like some sitting right here? I don't know, does it look awkward to have like this sit just like that? I feel like that's a kind of weird place to put this couch. If I do this, but then I put this so it doesn't look that weird. And maybe I can change the color of this. Well, this one has red, so something like this. Let me put that on this wall. Let's see what else we have that we can use for this room specifically. I'm gonna put the guitar here just so that it looks like a stage. This is a brand new bar. I don't want to like, you know, but maybe we can add something like this. Maybe some marks, you know. And then what else do we have? We have these stands, but those are way too big. Let me see. We can do. We can put this up here. I'm gonna make her smaller and then I'm gonna raise her up and put her like right here. Same thing for, let me see, she's like, you know, like that. And maybe we can do the same thing for this one. Just gonna go ahead and raise that up as well. And put it over here. I don't know. Do I like that? No. I don't know what to put in there. I'm trying to think. Maybe we can use some of the new items like this is kind of funny with the glasses. That's hilarious. Okay. On a glass over here. We need a table though. We need a side table that is like small enough just to fit. This is a cake stand. It's on the table. Let me see if I can just find small table without filtering these two surfaces. Let's see what we got here. Can we make this one black and then just kind of put it right here? I can just add this drink, of course, because it's not level up. So we can put like the drink like that, and maybe another one right here. Let's see. I know there is a carpet that we can put under. I How's our circle one in red? Maybe we can put it right here. So it looks like this. Alright, I think this is fine for that. I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna put it here as well. And then I want to make sure this is darker than everything else. So I'm gonna put this Chandy on here. And I'm gonna delete. Oops, sorry. Gonna put that there. And we're gonna make this side very, very dark. Like that. Because we're gonna make this a BIP area, and I'm gonna use this new lighting just for guidance so people know where they're going. So I'm gonna use it like this, and then I don't want to make it too bright, so maybe I should just do the stray version. So maybe I should do this way, like let me see. Let me think about this. Or maybe just one is fine. Like if I just do this, isn't that okay? I think that should be fine. And maybe we can put blood like frame right here. So that way it's like a secret, like there, you know? So now I'm gonna go ahead and build a basement. Let's see. Oops. Can we? Alright, there we go. Now let's grab the stairs. Let me see, let me locate where I'm supposed to put the stairs. Alright, so that's way too far. So it should be about here. Yep. Okay. Now that we have that, we're gonna put the railing. I'm gonna use this one to go down, and we're gonna make this room very, very dark. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay. Then this is only for the BAP vampires. Mind you, we haven't even done this side. We haven't even done this side. We have to first, this side right here, the idea is to have just a regular restaurant, and then you kind of, you know, come in here. Well, not a restaurant, but a bar. We're having a bar so people can have drinks and just dance or whatever. And then right here, this is just kind of like your jazz type of nights, you know, live music or whatever. And then, you know, you can eat outside. If you're really like an OG vampire, you can sit in the sun, so you can go ahead and do that. And then right here, this is going to be a secret path going down to the basement, because there's something very interesting with the businesses and hobbies pack, and that is that if you're a vampire, you can set it as a drink plasma. So we're gonna have some live plasma over here. So my idea is probably gonna be doing like a jail cell. So I'm gonna need this type of doors, and just for the sake of building that, I'm gonna put a light downstairs, and then we can take that off. This is just for me to guide myself in what I need to do. And I'm gonna go ahead and build let's say maybe 4. Let's see. 2. Yeah, I think 4 is fine. But I want it to be... Let me say, yeah, I think that's okay. I don't want to add like a bed or anything. It's just going to be a bench so they can just sit down. So something like this. Just add like a bench right here. Okay. And then we have this door, so we just gotta find which one fits better for the purpose of this. So we gotta take out these walls. Okay. And now we have our jail cell. You guys trust the process. Trust the process. Alright, so we're gonna make this dark as possible because everything down here needs to be dark, and we're just gonna be using probably red light or green light. Alright, now that that is set, then we are going to make a wall to divide this like that. Let's see if we can just delete. I guess not. Hold on. Maybe. No, I don't want to use that. I want to use something like that. Okay. And then down here, we're going to have a private BAP area. So we're going to do, let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and look for bar lighting. I know we have a few of them over here. So, okay, so right here, we should have like, hold on. Maybe this side should be the bar. And then, alright, let me pull for somewhere. I want this, but not that one, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna click on that, because I always forget the name for some reason. I know we have more. If I don't find them, I have to type the name of God only knows what the name is. Oh my gosh. Let me see. You know what? Let's type shelf. And see. Well, we got this. Is it possible to have 2, maybe 3 of this? And 2 of the other one? Like, one more on this side. Okay, and then we can do red. Let me see the background. Yeah, we can do this one. Like that. And now we need, well, you know what? I'm gonna erase that out because we need to put the shelves, the counters under that. So I'm probably gonna use the new counters. No, doesn't go well at all. I think this one goes, well, maybe we do 1-1 and then everything has to be like something like this. All right, so we have different bars that we want to use. We have the old school ones. We have this one that matches with the counters. We also have this one that is very, very long. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, so let me see. So for the bar, I don't know, there's so many choices, and I know we have new ones as well. So for example, this is new, but this is for like a small area. And then maybe we can do this one, you know, because it looks very like old school bar. But then the shelves don't match, which is something like pisses me off. But the good thing is that at nighttime you can really tell the difference. So I don't know if I just pull this one. Let me see. I know we have this one. No, that's not. That's not a styled. Not a styled. We're gonna leave it like this because at least at nighttime it doesn't really look like that once we take out the light. So we're gonna put a dishwasher because it's always something. Okay, and then maybe we can do like a dish, like a sink. Like right here. Let's see if we can find like paddles that we can put around, raise it up, and we can put it like in a counter like this, you know. I don't want to put a lot of them because it's gonna take a minute just to raise up and set on the counter. I'm just gonna spread it like that. Wait, it's too high. Okay. And then we need the stool, so we're gonna try. Well, I want to keep using this one. All right, so then we can keep using this chandelier for down here as well. I feel like this is a good vibe. So let me cancel out this lighting. Okay. Can put one here and one here. Well, that's a little low key. Maybe if we put, hold on, let me see, nothing changes up here. Let me see. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. So let's make that red. And let's also make this lighting red. See, we can make. Let me see. We need an additional light, so I'm gonna put this one right here just to break the colors. So for example, something like, let's see, like this, so it looks a little bit more red for the shelves. All right, now we need a trash can. We can do this one. I know this one is black and it's also a smart trash can. And there's a glass, sorry, not a glass, but a lamp that has like the shape of a cup. Let me see, where is that at? I just saw it and now I can't see it. I think it's in the pre-made bar, so let me go back to that. It was somewhere over here. Yeah, this one. So gonna put it right here. Wait, no. Maybe if I put it right here. And then obviously I have to enlarge that so people can actually come down here. Alright, and then what else? What else? What else? What else are we missing, guys? What else are we missing? Okay. Let me think. Let me just put the vampire pack and then let me see. No, I think those are like, those decors are not for like a bar, they're more for like a house. But we can use these frames for sure to give it like a old school vibe of like, this is our ancestors or whatever, like the leaders of the house type of vibe, you know. Let me see if I can. Like this. This will not put it there. Or maybe here. I'm gonna go ahead and enlarge this. Okay. Now this right here, I'm gonna put like the high tabling or like lower maybe, because I'm doing high tabling on the top. So maybe at the bottom we can do kind of like VIP seating, something like this, you know, low key. Let's see. Okay. And then we need, of course, the table. I don't think we're gonna be able to finish this build today, I'm gonna be honest. I think that was a rich for me. I do usually finish these things in a day, when I'm like locked in and I just want to finish it. But today is a different story. So I'm gonna do, probably just gonna finish this down floor, and then I'm gonna continue with this tomorrow on another live. So if you are on YouTube and you wanna watch something, you know where I'm gonna be. Alright, so then I'm gonna delete this one because I just feel like these little ones are not doing the trick, but if we make it bigger, this looks better. And then we can just reduce the framing. I mean, it's the same people again and again, so maybe we can change the frames to something else. Let me see. Maybe we can do this one instead. Something like that. Okay. All right, so that is downstairs. You have the VIP area. Not everybody can come in here. Oops. This is only for like the elites vampires. So that they can come chill out here. I don't know, I feel like those chairs are like extra, but I think it's fine if we add an additional one right here. Okay. Alright, so that's fine. I'm just gonna paint the outside of the basement. And this way, it looks better. So tomorrow, I know I'm gonna put some of that over here. And maybe I add something like bar-like, like a frame. Let me see before I go. Let's see, some neon lighting or something. Just do sign. And then we can do something like, I don't know, like this. Is there like a red for one? This is like classic for like other things. This has a bunny, so that one doesn't work. This one don't go with that either. Maybe something like this, and let's take that out of there. But I'll fix it tomorrow. I'm gonna put like something like some lightings in the back, and we can of course make it black if that makes more sense, right? But that is it. This is the BAP room, and this is only going to be for like the BAP vampires, actually, because now we raise this up. This means I have to change this doors. Let me see. That's too high. So would it be this one? Yeah. There we go. All right, so we have the VIP room, we have the bar, and these rooms right here are going to be for live plasma because the vampires need blood somehow. And then on the top, we do have our jazz room, live music room with live music artists, whatever. And then on this side, this is going to be the regular bar that is going to be open for different people. Now, this board comes with a new pack and you can determine different things here. I'm not going to use it in the lot. I'm just using it to see what the board has that can give me an idea to create here, as well as when you set the build as a business, you can kind of decide what you want in the build. And of course, I'm gonna be tweaking the different colors because obviously we wanted to make it as dark as possible. But from the outside, we don't want it to give that impression that this is a vampire, like place, that people just come in and everybody's a vampire. We want the Sims to be confused and come here on their own without being like, oh my God, there's vampires in here. So that's kind of the lore for this build. And so far, this is what we got. We kind of have went this way and downstairs, but we're gonna keep working, adding more details and finishing up. And of course, we're gonna have my vampire simmer up here. She's gonna have her own house because she's gonna own this business. And that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and I'm probably gonna be live tomorrow. So if you wanna see the finished build and also some gameplay, stay tuned.